The Bible is a mirror reflecting our own inner states and struggles. Neville Goddard.
The Bible, often viewed as a collection of sacred texts and historical accounts, holds a deeper, more personal significance than many realize. At its core, it is not merely a historical record or a religious guide, but a profound reflection of the inner workings of the human mind and spirit. The stories and teachings contained within these pages are not just about external events or distant figures. They are deeply personal and directly relevant to each individual's inner life and experiences. To understand this perspective, it's important to recognize that the Bible speaks in symbolic and allegorical language. It uses metaphors and narratives to convey deeper truths about human consciousness and the nature of reality. This approach invites readers to look beyond the literal and consider how the stories might mirror their own internal processes and spiritual development. Consider, for example, the story of creation. On a surface level, it describes the formation of the world, yet on a deeper level, it represents the process by which an individual's consciousness brings forth new ideas and realities. Just as the universe is said to have been created from chaos, so too can our minds shape our experiences from a state of disorder or uncertainty. By understanding this, one can see how the act of creation is not confined to a distant past but is an ongoing process within each of us. Similarly, the stories of various biblical figures can be seen as archetypes representing different aspects of the human experience. Take the figure of Moses, for example. His journey from Egypt to the Promised Land symbolizes the personal journey from a state of limitation or suffering to one of fulfillment and liberation. This narrative is not just about a historical figure, but about the inner struggle and triumph that each person experiences as they seek to realize their potential and achieve their goals. The concept of faith in the Bible can be understood as a profound inner conviction and trust in one's own creative power. Faith is not merely a religious concept, but a fundamental element of human consciousness that allows us to manifest our desires and overcome obstacles. By cultivating a deep sense of faith in oneself and one's abilities, one can align with the creative forces described in the biblical texts and bring about meaningful change in their life. The teachings of love and forgiveness found throughout the Bible also reflect essential principles for personal variation. Love in this context is not just about emotional attachment, but about a state of being that aligns with the highest aspects of our nature. Forgiveness, similarly, is not just about absolving others, but about releasing the internal blocks and limitations that hinder our own growth and happiness. These teachings are deeply relevant to personal development and can guide individuals in their journey towards greater self-awareness and fulfillment. When we look at the Bible through the lens of personal variation, it becomes clear that its teachings extend beyond mere historical or religious contexts. Each story and lesson within these texts can be seen as a guide to understanding and mastering our own inner experiences. For instance, the concept of rebirth or renewal frequently mentioned in the Bible is not just a theological idea, but a practical guide to personal change and growth. This notion of renewal reflects the ability to continually reinvent oneself and rise above past limitations, resonating deeply with the principles of self-improvement and personal evolution. The parables and teachings of Jesus, often interpreted as moral or spiritual lessons, also offer profound insights into the nature of personal variation. These teachings encourage us to look inward and challenge our own beliefs and behaviors. For example, the parable of the prodigal son illustrates the power of self-forgiveness and the potential for redemption and variation. It shows that no matter where we find ourselves, there is always an opportunity for change and growth, and that our past does not dictate our future. This approach to understanding the Bible also highlights the significance of intention and desire. Many biblical stories emphasize the importance of setting clear intentions and aligning them with a higher purpose. The act of prayer, often discussed in the Bible, can be viewed as a process of aligning one's thoughts and desires with one's deepest values and goals. When approached with this understanding, prayer becomes a powerful tool for focusing the mind and heart on what is truly important, thereby facilitating the manifestation of those desires in the physical world. In addition, the symbolic language used in the Bible can be interpreted as a reflection of the inner workings of the human psyche. The imagery of light and darkness, for instance, can be seen as representations of clarity and confusion within the mind. By recognizing these symbols as reflections of our own internal states, we gain insight into how our mental and emotional patterns shape our experiences. This awareness allows us to address and transform these patterns, leading to a more harmonious and fulfilling life. Another key element to consider is the role of choice and responsibility in the Bible. The concept of free will, as discussed in various passages, emphasizes the power of choice in shaping our lives. This aligns with the idea that we have the ability to direct our own destiny through our thoughts and actions. By understanding and exercising our capacity to choose, we take responsibility for our own lives and empower ourselves to create the outcomes we desire. The Bible also speaks to the idea of divine guidance and intuition. Many stories illustrate moments when individuals receive guidance or inspirations that leads them to greater understanding and achievement. This guidance can be interpreted as a reflection of our own inner wisdom and intuition. By learning to trust and follow our inner guidance, we align ourselves with a higher purpose and gain clarity on our path forward. Overall, viewing the Bible as a reflection of our inner experiences and a guide to personal variation provides a fresh perspective on its teachings. It becomes a tool not only for spiritual insight, but also for practical application in our daily lives. By thinking about this perspective, we unlock the potential for profound change and growth, using the timeless wisdom of the Bible to navigate our own journey and create a life of purpose and fulfillment. Understanding the Bible in this way transforms it from a collection of ancient stories into a living guide for personal empowerment and spiritual growth. It becomes a tool for self-discovery and variation, offering insights into how we can navigate our inner world and manifest our deepest desires. As we explore the depths of these teachings, we come to recognize that the Bible is not separate from our daily lives, but intricately woven into the fabric of our experiences. The lessons it offers are not just historical or theological, but practical and applicable to the way we live and think. By approaching the Bible with this understanding, we unlock a wealth of wisdom and guidance that can help us navigate the complexities of our own lives and create a reality that reflects our true potential. In essence, the Bible serves as a mirror to our inner world, reflecting back the truths about ourselves and our place in the universe. It invites us to see ourselves not as passive observers, but as active participants in the creation of our reality. By thinking about this perspective, we can draw upon the profound wisdom contained within these texts to enrich our lives and achieve a deeper understanding of ourselves and our purpose. As we explore the profound teachings within the Bible through a fresh lens, it's clear that its messages are deeply relevant to our daily lives and personal growth. The narratives and symbols contained within these texts offer valuable insights into how we can shape our own experiences and realities. By viewing these stories as reflections of our inner experiences, we can harness their wisdom to create meaningful changes and align ourselves with our deepest aspirations. The Bible, often perceived through a historical or religious framework, reveals itself as a powerful tool for personal insight and development. Its lessons about renewal, forgiveness, intention, and free will resonate deeply when we consider how they apply to our own lives. By interpreting the Bible in this manner, we open ourselves to a richer understanding of our own potential and the ways in which we can influence our reality. If you found this perspective enlightening and valuable, I encourage you to support the channel by liking this video. Your support helps us reach more people who might benefit from these insights. By subscribing to the channel, you ensure that you stay updated with the latest content that gets into similar topics of personal empowerment and self-discovery. For those who want to continue exploring these powerful teachings, consider hitting the notification bell. This way, you'll be alerted whenever new videos are posted, keeping you engaged and informed on how to apply these principles in your own life. Sharing this video with friends or on social media is another great way to spread this knowledge. The more we share these insights, the more we contribute to a greater understanding of our inner potential and how to harness it effectively. We also welcome your feedback and thoughts in the comments section. Your engagement is incredibly valuable as it helps us tailor content to better meet your interests and needs. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video and for your continued support. Your likes, subscriptions, notifications, shares, and comments all contribute to making this channel a space where meaningful discussions and discoveries can thrive. Stay tuned for more content that will further explore the powerful connections between ancient wisdom and modern personal development.